Y'all, welcome back. Random TV Reviews, your girl and that.
Your boy, standing live.
Listen, I know we're a day late and $1 short, but what had happened was 10 p.m. don't work for a player because I got a full-time job.
Well, we've been told y'all that. We've been told you that them 10 o'clock shows gonna have to be slid on over to the next day.
So,
but we got some bad news for y'all. We getting ready to go to jail. Getting ready to go to jail because we ain't watched the show last night. Check out this tweet right here. This is Sheriff Mobley. He said, I'm gonna carry your ass to jail because you didn't watch the show last night.
He's been waiting for y'all review. God, don't.
But the good thing about it is we get to drive ourselves to jail. So Sheriff Mobley better send somebody to follow us and make sure we go to jail.
Let me give you a little secret, Sheriff Mobley. We black. We not gonna go to jail on our own.
Nah. You got to chase us down. It's gonna be a high-speed chase.
Bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do?
So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you don't like us after that, you can unsubscribe. It ain't that serious.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up
button. It don't cost you nothing.
And we're gonna get right on into this. It's called The Mysterious Man Too Close to Home. And I wasn't sure I was coming back this season, but I say that on every show.
Yeah, we say we'll come back and see what old Brody and them talking about.
And I'm back.
We back. We talk all that bullshit, but we end up coming back.
We do.
Yeah, we talk all that bullshit.
We're a bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah, we is.
So,
we need to repent.
Father, oh, shut up. So,
right.
we pick off where we left off at for last. Well, I don't even know if it was a season. Was it season 1?
I think
we just picked up where we
left
off.
The last show.
And we had the big shootout. I'm gonna go and say this right off the riff. If Marty hired those people to do a shootout, epic failure. I mean, for real.
Yeah.
All of that gunfire, and you mean to tell me not a trailer got penetrated, nothing?
Nobody got hit.
They said something about somebody got shot in the arm, but I ain't see it.
I ain't see nobody get shot.
So all of a sudden, we see dude get back in the van or whatever, and they pulled off. You know, everything was clear after that. Then we saw this mystery man pop out from nowhere
with a 9mm
headshot.
Bow.
So the van crashes.
Still hearing gunshots.
But we still hearing gunshots. So I said, did the mystery man take out the rest of them that were in the van? Because they never showed us that part again.
Nah.
But all we know is
the goddamn player jumped in a Secret Service goddamn Lincoln Continental and drove off.
I said,
wait a minute. Shoot, I need Secret Service to come through for me like that.
I said, Joe Biden, is that you?
Yeah.
That looked like something Joe Biden would do.
You thought Donald Trump was over there in Happy, Alabama?
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. So this is where we get introduced to some new neighbors here, right? And somebody had hit me up with a tweet, and they was like, Hopper, who this? And I was like, what they talking about? Because I didn't watch the show last night, and I don't watch reviews until I do my own reviews. So I didn't know what they were talking about. Now I know what you're talking about.
Got them black folk.
Who them?
Hey, but it fits though.
Shut up.
It fits though. It's a little bit of shade, but it fits though. Cause
I grew up in the trailer park.
Yeah, black folk out there in the trailer park. You gotta crawl.
Everybody in the trailer park.
You gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta start somewhere.
I said the trailer park is the melting pot. Everybody's trying to make it.
But the good thing about I ain't never lived in the trailer park, but I heard stories. The good thing is, if you need a cup of milk, just walk next door. Hey, can I borrow a cup of milk? Milk that you never return.
No, because you're going to get an egg a couple days away.
And they say you need a stick of butter.
So, we see these black neighbors. They outside. Hold on, wait a minute. We don't have these kind of problems. Look, when I left the hood, I did not come to the trailer park to bring the hood with me.
Like, that's what happens at the trailer park, too.
It don't. That's a stigma.
All right. I ain't gonna say nothing.
I grew up there.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna leave it alone.
But some bullshit do happen though.
That's what I'm talking about. At least you admit it. Bullshit happens at the trailer park.
Not like that though. Not like that.
Most time at the trailer park, you got a whole bunch of nosy old folk peeking through the goddamn blinds.
We gonna see that too.
Yeah.
Lord, before I forget, did y'all see in the middle of the shootout, my 600-pound life lay back on that bed like,
And she was trying to hide, but she won't hide.
And she had the crutch pointed like it was a shotgun. I said, Mama 600-pound life.
She said,
what?
She said,
I can still see you. I can still see you, boo. And then I'm gonna tell y'all one thing too. TLC is shady as hell.
Yeah, he is.
Because I called that lady my 600-pound life last season. And while all throughout this episode, every commercial was my 600-pound life.
Yep.
Y'all shady as hell for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all couldn't have found another
Sheriff
way.
Mobley gonna take you to jail for that.
So homegirl was like, hey, I can't wait till my husband get from the army because he gonna get me out of this hellhole. Now, come to find out, she's staying with her sister-in-law.
Yeah, his sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law twist out.
Yeah, and you talking all that bullshit?
And then the first thing that came to my mind was, if your husband is in the military, why the hell are you living with her in the trailer park? But then I realized that we live in such a effed up
that's
country.
what happened. That's what happened.
That really is what happens.
That's
is
what
that
happens.
The spouses are like, fend for yourself.
Fend for yourself.
While the husbands are out fighting this
a war.
So I was like, okay. Right off the gate, I said something is up with this here. What's his name? Octavia.
Yeah, Octavia.
So then I think a dude named M came over there to check on them, but all of a sudden he had his eyes on Octavia. I said, oh, they smashing.
Oh yeah, I knew that right there.
And then his wife picked up on it. She was like,
they alright.
They alright. And
I'm your wife. You need to be checking on me.
I said,
she peeped that.
Peeped that out real good. We're gonna go ahead and skip forward a little bit because later on we see Sister Octavia laid out on the couch on the phone.
On the phone, that high school bullshit. You know, he's living on the couch, we talking, trying to be smooth.
Sister Twist Out comes down the hall. She said, hey, I'm about to go to bed. Oh, is that my brother you talking to? Let me holler at him.
She was like, no, I got a little bit of time left. I'm gonna talk to him.
So she was like, hey brother, love you. She told God, she said, I'll be over there in a minute.
So she go to bed.
She went and creeped on over there to his trailer to get it in. So where's his wife at? She must work the night.
She worked the night shift. She look like she a nurse.
I said, no. CNA.
Hey, we can become nurses too.
No. CNA. You didn't catch the shade.
That is a country though, yeah. That is a country though, yeah. Everybody in the country CNA.
Everybody.
Even my mama CNA, so you know.
And everybody do private duty work.
Yeah. Somebody watching somebody's mama or daddy.
So then we see my 600-pound life. She over there arguing with Bonnie. She telling Bonnie, say, hey, all of this ain't nothing but some Secret Service mess. I seen the cars when they were driving up the street. And it's your sister. It's your sister. And ever since she came here, all that bullshit been happening over here at the trailer park. Just let me be here and let me be stank all by myself. I said, darn. The people that rely on you the most is the people that talk the most.
Scared. Yeah, they do. That's the ones that ought to be the nicest to you in the world. They ought to bend over backwards. Because you taking care of them.
So then we have Mr. President. He wakes up.
He's still laid out.
He woke up like Stu. What happened?
You know, what happened last night? Was I raped last night?
He said, oh, you had a heart attack. I did?
How?
I'm the picture of health.
He said, I'm trying to figure that out. Like your cousin, I'm trying to figure that out.
He said, did you take the pills that I gave you as prescribed? Yes, I did. You sure?
Yeah, I only took one.
He said, you know what? I need to see the bottle. Do you think that I can get clearance to get in there and get that pill bottle?
It was like clearance.
He said, clearance, I'm the president. He said, well, what had happened was...
Yeah, they
Joe Biden went in there and changed the lock.
Yeah, So I need clearance.
He said, what?
Is our coffee? Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm straight. Why this whole time I thought he was in the hospital?
Yeah, he's sitting up at some room in the freaking White House.
He's just in another wing of the White House. I'm like, darn.
That's cool.
So doctor put him out again.
Knocked him out.
Not for long. Because First Lady came through and she said, hey, Dr. Howard, how is he? Did he have a heart attack? Yes, he did. Well, you know, this, that, and the third. She said,
Explain it to me.
Explain it.
How it happened.
You know, did you prescribe him any drugs? How about them stimulants, you know?
Those sexual
And he was like,
he didn't want to talk then. He want to talk then.
She was like, you can talk to me. You need to tell me. And I was like, HIPAA law, HIPAA law.
She don't care. She don't care.
So she said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Leave me with my husband.
Bow! I was like, since when you could smack somebody out of sedation?
She did today.
She did.
Wait, so I was like, what the hell going on? She was like, hey, you had a heart attack? I said, yeah, I did. She said, well, at least that's what we, you know, with the free world thinks. So I'm saying, did he really have a heart attack? Or they covered up the fact that he had an episode with his thing. And may have had an episode with his heart.
Now he got a bad case of that hashtag heart attack pussy. Oops, kids, my bad.
I'm not doing that with you tonight. Long story short, First Lady said, hey, so did you take that medicine that's prescribed to get with your little young boo thing or whatever?
Yeah, so you can last for about 5 hours.
She said,
some of that Niagara.
She said, well, let me go ahead and refresh your memory. The medicine that you had, I switched it out for a stronger dosage. Because basically, I'm trying to kill your ass.
He said, you trying to kill me?
She said, right now, I'm supposed to be the morning First Lady.
He said, I'm going to get you up on some charges.
She said, 25 years of secrets?
Oh, no. You know, I was like, yeah, player, you want to keep your mouth shut.
She said, I ran your little whore out of town, out of my town. So he was like, well, where is she? Where is she? She said, oh, you care. Oh, you care for her. I think you do because she had the nicest apartment out of them all. I said, out of them all.
How many was it?
Y'all go ahead and keep that in your head, right? So I'm sitting there like, what the hell president did? So then we go over to Happy Alabama. Victor, he's resting. And what's her name? Valerie and Dax is over there. And Dax called Valerie out on her bull.
Yeah,
said, why
is you so angry?
He said, you've been more than the normal bee that you usually are.
And Spike Lee must be Ken. Always angry.
For nothing.
For nothing.
She said, it smelled like cow skid out here. I'm ready to go. Go back to our normal lives. He said, tell me what it is. What's going on? He said, don't give me the angry black woman syndrome. And she was like, what? He said, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. She said, you better be sorry. I'm about ready to smack the hell out of you.
And he was like, kind of like, you proving my point. But what's going on? He said, because this is not like you. And she said, have you heard anything about him? I'm like, who is him? Him, the president. He was like, well, we ain't got no jobs there no more. I ain't got no connects like that no more. We fired. We fired. So she was like, but we should care. You know, he is the president. And I said, don't you tell me she was a side piece too.
I ain't think about that.
But she seemed a little too concerned about him.
Cause when you get fired from a job, you like,
you don't give a rat.
Don't give a buck about them anymore. They don't give a buck about me. I don't give a buck about them.
All I care about is the gas money it took me to get
here. And make sure you send me my last paycheck.
And hold the taxes, please.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna change my zips to 10.
10, yeah.
So I can get all my money. I'll pay it at the end of the year. You get it anyway.
Ooh.
So then we see later on in the episode, Dax's phone rings. Valerie said, answer it, it's the White House, because they have a special ringtone.
Yeah, they have a funny ringtone. Beep, 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 beep.
He didn't want to answer it because he knew who the hell it was. So why Dax and the First Lady like this?
Yeah.
And he said, hey, Caitlin.
Call her by the first name.
I said, what the hell?
So they good friends. You call them on a first name basis.
She said, hey, I need you to bring your tail back here because we got some things we need to handle. And I'm like,
I'm fine. She said, not no more.
Not no more. We got some things to handle.
Yeah, we got to move on to plan B. What plan B? What? So,
she said.
What? You know what? I got it. They must was in cahoots to try to kill the president. That's what it was. So
then she said, hey, since you don't want to listen to what I'm saying in so many words, check that email I just sent you.
Yeah, check the email out right there.
I said, oh, Skit. She checked the goddamn email. And it's goddamn Victor with an older man.
Yeah. The senator at that. The senator.
With video and pictures.
Yep.
She said, oh, just to let you know, that happened 2 days before he went down to Happy Alabama.
So he ain't done changed. He's still a playboy.
Say he trying to climb up and leave you behind, baby.
What say? You ain't no good.
So said, get your tail back here,
Mm-hmm.
and let's handle this, and let's go to plan B. I said, God darn, First Lady, what in the hell
You got
is
on.
happening
Yeah.
here? So that's when Dax, see, they used to say, ain't nothing like a woman scoring, ain't nothing like a man scoring too.
Yeah,
because he got right
on the phone.
Immigration.
Yeah.
Hello, hey, can you do me a solid?
Yeah.
I need some people deported.
Deported today.
And when he said people deported, I said,
Who he getting deported?
he goes upstairs and he was like, oh, you're up, Victor? Oh, so good to have you up. Victor said, Dax, I love you so much. Nobody has loved me like you. Not even your mom and dad? I said, Vic. I said, Dax.
Say, oh.
Next thing we know, his phone goes off. He said, oh, this for you, Victor.
He said that phone call for you.
And he gets on there, he looking at him like this. Long story short, he gets a phone call from his sister. Mama and daddy being deported.
And it's gonna take a long time because we had to go through a whole lot of bullshit before they get back home at the airport.
So then Dax looks over at Victor and Victor was like, what did you do? And why? He said, what did you do? And why? He takes the phone and shows it
Show him them pictures.
and grabs him in the womb.
Yeah, took it.
I said, you know what?
Said what? And he said, you gonna be deported in 24 hours.
So get your skin and let go. I said, that's how you leave a player that cheated on you.
Man, I wish I had some connections like that, man.
Me too.
Man, you do me wrong. Call up integration.
Hold on.
I'm like, hey, can y'all come pick up a couple of these motherfuckers from me?
I'm leaving.
Yeah, they getting on my nerves. Can you come and ship these folks back where they came from? Matter of fact, I know some people right now. They live here in the United States, but I want them Negroes deported. How about that?
Say, can you lose their birth certificate?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I'm saying like, oh, what the hell is happening over there?
Ooh,
so then what else happened? I forgot to place this.
What?
I forgot to place this.
Place what?
Frankie, the girl from For Better or For Worse.
Better or Worse, yeah.
She on here too. When the shootout had happened, she drove by. And homegirl Octavia was like, it got something to do with her. Because it ain't been right around here ever since she got here. Octavia was right. Because Frank, well, not really right, but something ain't right about Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie drives her happy tail right on over there to Brody house. Hey, Brody!
Hey, something going on at the trailer park.
He said, stay right here.
I'm going, yeah. He shot on over to the trailer park.
To the way up. So this way the scene went down. Got to a trailer park. Aftermath. And then Sheriff Mobley over there. Try to figure out what the hell's going on. What did he say, Stan?
He says, can somebody tell me what the hell is going on?
So Bonnie said, hey, JB, tell him. Tell him what's going on. JB said, I got a woman way over town.
He said, I don't know. I don't know nothing. He said, well, tell me why the hell is that red over there?
And we got somebody over there dead.
And he dead.
So then here come Shelby. I sold a truck for $5,000 and I had some drugs and I did this and I did that. Now her boyfriend, what his name is? I can't remember his name now.
Rick
was like, hey.
Wait a minute. You told me you got that from scratching some lottery tickets. I'm like, come on, Rick.
And he said, and you did not even share the dope with me.
Wait. You know that was a lie. Cause first of all, what you got? What, anything over what, $1,000? You got to go to the freaking Virginia lottery to pick the money up.
And then they put it on the card.
Yeah.
So Sheriff Mobley said, so we just gonna act like I'm not standing here?
Don't y'all see me standing right here?
They talk about drugs and everything, and about the load that JB had and everything right in front of Sheriff Mobley.
Right in front of the Mobley, like he won't even stand, like he was just somebody else, another innocent bystander standing by listening there with the teas going on out there.
So I said, okay, what the hell's going on around here? Happy about. Long story short, Mobley said, hey, JB, I done heard enough of your skit. Go where?
Nah, he said, son, you going to jail. He told the other guy, matter of fact, I want you to follow him to make sure he get to drive himself to jail.
Again. Sure, moment. What I tell you about that?
I want to move to Happy, Alabama. So if I get in trouble, I get to drive myself to jail. Because there in Virginia, you get in the back of the police squad. And they can't you to jail.
Just like that girl that was
in the yard.
If y'all have not seen that video, we'll go to link it below where the child was in our yard. We thought she was dead.
Yeah, the girl was drunk.
We can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning.
So then we got Octavia. She over there talking, getting them over there talking about something. You need to tell us what is going on around here. We need to be safe out here in the goddamn trailer park. This don't usually happen around here.
Oh, most everybody, just go back to your house.
It's like, God damn.
You'll piss them off, boy.
They got too much skin going on. So I was like, oh Lord, help me. What else happened in here? We're gonna skip around a lot. Goddamn Annie is pregnant. Let's just go ahead and put it out there.
She's throwing up everywhere.
Throwing up. And I mean, just conveniently, when she threw up in the toilet, she looked in the cabinet and there was a extra pregnancy test.
Yeah, why you got them on hand like that?
Everybody just have a random pregnancy test hanging around. I know I don't.
Yeah. So
she took it. We didn't see what it was, but because of next week's previews, we know that she's pregnant.
But you gotta realize that ain't even her house.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So yeah.
So Barney been smashing so much she just be having.
She been having so much sex with Brody, she trying to get knocked up.
Not Brody. What the name is? JB. Cause she just started having sex with Brody.
Well, she's still trying to get knocked up.
I hope not. She got enough problems and another baby ain't one. Well, we'll be one. What else? God damn. It was so much happening in this episode. So then, Annie called herself gonna confront her sister about why you ain't telling me you was messing with Brody.
They can't get in touch with you at the White House. They've been calling you every day, sending letters. You ain't responding, but they supposed to tell you.
So here go Bonnie, because you know Bonnie is super saver hoe. She puts her feelings on the back burner for everybody.
Yep.
She downplayed her feelings towards Brody because she know that her sister feeling some kind of way. She said, listen, I should have never did it. Basically, he was tap territory. You know, I really don't love him.
I don't love him.
You know, it ain't what you think it is. I shouldn't have messed with him like that. But you know what? Just to prove that I don't like him like that, go ahead, take my car. Go over there, see him. Do what you need to do. So she takes the car and she goes over there to see him.
She come busting down that lane like Pinky Boy in that car.
And then she confronts Brody. And she tells Brody, why didn't you tell me that you was messing with my sister? Brody was like,
you didn't return.
When?
Yeah, when I tell him take you ain't answering, I'm like, no.
So then she was like, and then Brody said, well, your sister doesn't love me. You know, it's nothing. She said, oh, she does. She does. So I was glad that she realized that her sister really does have feelings for Brody.
And then Brody put the player line on and said, you know, when I first saw you,
oh Lord,
it was as if you never left.
And then
they say, no, it. She was in all, make love to me,
kissing and stuff. And then he pulled back like, that won't what I was asking for, but I kind of like it. But he was like,
it's your sister. We can't do that.
We can't do this. Yeah. So then all of a sudden, the mystery man pops out from out of nowhere like Michael Myers.
Hey, you got a phone call.
I said,
say what?
If you gonna be a side chick, be a side chick like Annie. Annie got Secret Service capping people on her behalf.
Yeah.
She got cell phones at her disposal. The only thing she didn't have was a ride to have in Alabama. But
oh yeah, she did.
She had
got on. Freaking Victor took her, so she had a ride.
Like,
or call Uber. No, Victor was an Uber.
Yeah, he was Uber. He got Uber and knocked out when he got to happy, acting happy. So that was basically it. It was a whole lot of stuff that we did not mention because we ain't trying to overdo this. But around.
Yeah. So if we don't see you next week, we in jail.
Cause we got threatened. Straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South. Two up, two down. Holla.